And now to the death of actor Matthew Perry, who was found unresponsive in his hot tub in Los Angeles over the weekend. The results of his autopsy are still pending, a toxicology report which may take weeks to complete. Perry revealed in his autobiography that he tried and failed at rehab dozens of times. He said the turning point in his sobriety, though, was realizing that he was on Earth. His sole purpose was to help others.
And we are taking a closer look at overcoming addiction. Joining us now is Dr. Asim Shah. He is a professor and executive vice chair of psychiatry at Baylor College of Medicine. Thanks so much for joining us. Well, thank you. Well, Matthew Perry did talk about going to rehab many times and then relapsing. So what kind of toll can that take on the human body?
Yeah, it is very tough on a human body because addiction is something very strange that it is not easy to get treatment. And there is a time in a person's life when you're ready for treatment, what we call 5 stages of change or 5 stages of recovery. So they go through all this phase, which is pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, and maintenance. So there are certain times when they're not ready, but it comes back again and again, and that causes a lot of toll on a person's body because there's a lot of ambivalence that you want to get help, but then you get into the addiction again and you get the cravings. So it's extremely difficult situation for a lot of people who suffer from addiction.
And you know, doctor, some people out there are really good at hiding their addictions. But if you're a friend, a family member, a coworker, what are some of the signs someone can look for to see if their loved one may be struggling with addiction?
That's a good question. There could be multiple signs. First thing is if somebody is using any substance or drug and you think they're using it casually or on a holiday or something, you notice that their craving for that substance increases. So that's one sign. Their tolerance increases, meaning they have to have more and more of that substance, whether it's alcohol or even pain medicines or anything like that. They may experience withdrawal symptoms, which could be shakes or sometimes GI symptoms, bowel movements or diarrhea or so forth. They become physically or psychologically dependent on the drugs. And to get the drugs, sometimes they will do anything, whether it is stealing or lying or going to any extent. And they will get these negative consequences of substances. And they usually don't think that they have a problem because they are slowly getting into this track. But others around them would notice these changes I mentioned. They will try to hide and downplay their drug use. They will never admit to that most of the times. And there is a time in their life, like I mentioned, that they are ready to get treatment. And lastly, they become so despair and despondent that life doesn't seem anything to them. So all these signs and symptoms can be seen in a person who's suffering from addiction. And they're spending more time on getting and acquiring drugs.
So friends and family members, like you said, may notice a pattern that this person's tolerance is going up or they just have a real craving for some type of substance. So what are family and friends supposed to do when they notice these things happening? Because that can be a really difficult and delicate line to walk.
Friends and family will also notice the person is more withdrawn, not interested in day-to-day things, and kind of a different person than they used to be. What can they do? They can do quite a few things. First, they can call an 800 number, which is 1-800-662-4357. That is SAMHSA's hotline or helpline for addiction. It's 1-800-662-4357. Also, if they feel that somebody who is in crisis because of addiction or any other thing, they can also call the 988 number. The reason about these numbers, which are good, is they can give you the centralized information. Where is the nearest addiction center? Where is the nearest help available? Because every place would have a different something. Also, they need to try to get the person into rehab. But like I mentioned, sometimes the person is in the pre-contemplation stage, meaning they're not ready. They're not ready at that point of their life. But we still need to talk to them because we hope that they will get ready in the next few months or sometime later.
Dr. Asim Shah, very important conversation. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
All right.